What is up, YouTube? Okay, it is 7:27 Thursday night. We're gonna get right into it. I know I usually do this on Wednesday night, and I had to get this in before kickoff. So let's go. Rank number 32, the New York Jets. Oh my God, they let Mac Jones put up 50 plus points on them. And if Aaron Rodgers owns the Chicago Bears, I guess Bill Belichick, he owns the whole New York Jets organization there. It's pretty crazy. Um, Next, we got the Detroit Lions, still winless, but I mean, there's potential there. There's Goff, there's Swift, there's Hawkinson, there's Amendola. Don't really know why their team can't put together a win, but next I have the Dolphins. They've been on a huge downfall. Um, they look somewhat normal, but post injury Tua is even worse. Oh my God, the Dolphins can't find a W at all. Next, I have the Atlanta Falcons who beat the Dolphins. If the Dolphins, I had a bet if the Dolphins would have won that game, it would have topped off a five-team parlay. Would have won like $835 or something like that off of a $20 bet. I had five underdogs. I had the Giants and um, I don't even remember. Sunday was 4 days ago. So next, I have the Jags. Um, the Jags are the top of the bottom tier teams. Um, Next, I have New York Giants. Hopefully, getting all their players back. They just blew out the Panthers, and they have a chance of not only beating the Chiefs, which was like a 0% possibility in the offseason. I mean, it's just legit possible. The Titans blew the Chiefs out last week, and I'm losing my thought here. The Titans blew the Chiefs out, and so this is it's a winnable game. Is what I'm saying. We get our three best offensive players back. Well, three best wide receivers back. Can't say offensive players because Saquon, Andrew Thomas, they're both out. Anyway, next I have the Denver Broncos. Broncos started off 3-0. I knew that they were fake because they beat a total of 0-9 teams, including the Giants, and now they're on a four-game losing streak. So they're just bad. Next, I have the Chicago Bears. Justin Fields. 1 week he's great. 1 week he is the farthest thing from. We don't know what we're getting there with him. Going up against the 49ers defense this week. The Philadelphia Eagles I have next. Same thing. Their offense can put up more than 20 points every single week, but their defense gives up like more than 30 every week, and they just keep losing it all their games. So it's pretty crazy down there in Philly. Next, I have Pittsburgh. They're still not doing anything to impress me. Next, I have the Carolina Panthers because even without Christian McCaffrey, we saw signs of Sam Darnold being a good quarterback. Chuba Hubbard is pretty good. And I just don't know. The Giants dominated them on Sunday, but they still have to have that some level of respect there. On the Geno Smith Seahawks, I have next. I would have the Seahawks as a way better team if Russ was in. And they're the top of that tier. Next, I have the New England Patriots. They're up here because they did just lay 50 points, and they need the respect of being able to do that. Next, I have the Washington football team. Admittedly, they are a little bit high. I thought that Ryan Fitzpatrick was coming back this week, but I guess his injury is like way worse than they thought it was. He might not even be back next week. Next, I have the Houston Texans. Tyrod Taylor should definitely be coming back, and I don't think they can beat the Rams, but the 14.5, I definitely think they can cover. I really like what Tyrod did. He came out and he beat the Jags. The Jags were the favorite for that game. Obviously, the Jags have only won one lucky game in London this year, so it's not that big of a feat. But in week 2, when Tyrod Taylor got hurt, it looked like he could have almost beat the Cleveland Browns there. So putting some respect on Tyrod's name. Next, we got the Minnesota Vikings. They seem to win losable games and lose winnable games, and they're just like I said this last week. They are the definition of an on the fence team. They might be able to pick up a big win this Sunday if Dak can't go, which is looking to somewhat be an actual possibility. Next, I have the San Francisco 49ers. They got Jimmy G back. Trey Lance is going to be healthy, and I don't know, maybe one or two more weeks without George Kittle there. Next, I have the Indianapolis Colts, who just beat the 49ers in the torrential downpour game. They are on the upcline. T.Y. Hilton's not going to be injured this week. The New Orleans Saints now, as of just today, they got Mark Ingram back, and I think that's going to help the team a lot. Take a little bit of the weight off of Kamara's back and replace the void that was missing with Murray. We all know that Murray came to the team when Ingram initially left, where the team might have had 1 year with all three of them on the team, and that's when they let Ingram go to Baltimore. Next, I have Cleveland. They're possibly getting Baker back, and I think they're definitely getting Chubb back. They should be able to beat the Steelers, right? They play the Steelers. They should be able to beat the Steelers, no problem. Next, I have KC. You always got to put respect on the team that has Hill, Kelsey, and Mahomes. But they have fallen substantially. What is the word I'm looking for? Comment below if you know the word that I'm too stupid to remember how to say. Substantially. Next, I have the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens are Lamar and kind of repping them right now. Lakers. I don't know. Totally unrelated. Next, I have the Oakland Raiders or the Las Vegas Raiders, Los Angeles Raiders, Vegas Raiders. Vegas Raiders sold to the man in the back. So yeah, that's going to they're putting together wins. And that's that. It's just the truth right now. The NFL's crazy this year. What did you guys expect after the crazy week 1? Next, I have the Los Angeles Chargers. They need to win this weekend very badly. They need to not get upset by the Patriots. Next, I have the Cincinnati Bengals, who just put the womp on Baltimore, followed by Green Bay. And I have Green Bay here because you've got to respect Aaron Rodgers. They are a 6-1 football team, and I have them just above the Bengals because they beat the Bengals in overtime. So, Green Bay obviously playing tonight without Adams and Lazard. It's really painful, but those guys should be back next week. They're not really injured. They're in COVID protocols. Next, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who have been playing lights out all year. Followed by that, the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys had their number in week 1. The Cowboys haven't really showed any sign of regression. And yeah, a lot of things can be different coming into this week. Next, I have the Buffalo Bills. They had a bye week last week, so couldn't really move them down. The Rams, they won by 9. They cost me a lot of money. I needed them to win by 10. Totally disappointing me. After the Lions came right down and scored, got an onside kick, field goal, instant up 10 at the very beginning of the game. And then number 2, we still have the Tennessee Titans. They just absolutely blew out the Kansas City Chiefs. And they can't take the number 1 spot away from the Arizona Cardinals because the Arizona Cardinals, they blew out the Houston Texans and are still 7-0. So with that being said, we just breezed through the power rankings. There's not as we are going into week 8, there's less and less to have to fine tune and really talk about. So week 8 starts in about a half an hour with the Green Bay Packers and Arizona Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are going to win this game. Um, they're home. They are the better team, and tonight there's no Devontae Adams, no Alan Lazard. It should be all set from there. The Bills are playing the Dolphins for the second time in the year. Last time they beat them 35 nothing. This time the Bills are home, so you know what? We should be looking at another 35 nothing game. The Falcons host the Carolina Panthers. I think the Panthers are going to come out angry. They need to bounce back after that sad defeat to the Giants, and Sam Darnold got benched in that game. He needs to come out and prove that he's the guy for the job. But the Falcons aren't going to lay down. They got Kyle Pitts, Cordero Patterson, and I think they got his name is totally slipping my mind. Their number one guy. Comment his name in the logs, guys. My brain's farting on me, so but you know who I'm talking about. I think he played last week, so he should definitely be good to go. The Steelers at the Browns, like I said, the Browns should totally be able to beat the Steelers. The Steelers are nothing impressive. Juju Smith-Schuster out for the year. They're trying to trade Melvin Ingram, and I don't know. I think that's dumb because like they got him, and I was like, wow, the Steelers are gonna have the number one defense this year, and the defense has been pretty good. It's just that their offense sucks. They need to trade Big Ben. They need to bench Ben. They need to put in Haskins and see what Haskins can do. See what they got in him, and decide if they need to draft a quarterback. And there's not any impressive quarterbacks in this draft class so far. So I don't know. It's a nightmare and for Pittsburgh fans. I'm sorry to tell you guys. Um, Next is the Bengals at the Jets. The Bengals should crush the Jets. I think the Bengals are one of the best teams in the AFC. The Jets are obviously the worst team ever of all time. Screw the Jets. Next we got the Titans at the Colts. I'm really weirded out by the line here. I know that they're division rivals and that the Colts are home, but as of right now, the Titans have fallen all the way to being the underdog. So I don't know if they're banking on Julio or Brown missing a game or something, but I think that they're gonna play. I hope that they play because I'm betting on them. And King Henry, man, he's the certified MVP this year. He's averaging 150 rushing yards a game, 2 touchdowns a game. He's doing numbers that you could never even imagine. He's on pace to break every single record, and that's in a 16 game season. The 17th game season is just going to put the cherry on top to just make his records untouchable. Needless to say, this is the second time they're playing this year. They beat them by 7 or 10 last time that they played. I got the Titans. The Detroit Lions host the Philadelphia Eagles, and if you're going to prevent yourself from having a winless season, this is the time to do it. Um, if you can score more points than the other team, you win. That's how it goes for every game every week. But the Detroit Lions, they got to be able to get it done against Philadelphia Eagles. Now, the Chicago Bears, they're hosting the San Francisco 49ers. It all depends on what Justin Fields shows up. The Bears are home. The Bears have a good defense, but everything points to the 49ers. They should be able to win this game as long as the 49ers don't make any mistakes. They should be able to squeak out of here with a win. The only disadvantage that they have is George Kittle not being active. So next is the Rams at the Texans. And as I said, the Rams are a 14.5 point favorite right now. If Tyrod plays, I think the Texans cover, but the Rams should still definitely win this game unless the Texans just completely catch them sleeping. The Rams did lose to the Jets last year, so just throwing that out there. The Jaguars go to Seattle. If Russ was playing, I would say Seahawks all day. But with Geno being under center, this could be a chance for the Jags to snatch up another W. Not saying that that's a good thing. I mean, like, just the way their team is this year, I think that they are in another like losing season. You got Trevor Lawrence, and now you need to get a high draft pick again and fix um whatever's wrong with the team. Maybe trade down and acquire multiple picks to fix all the holes that are on the team. But yeah, I feel like the Seahawks need the win more than the Jags do because the Seahawks can be a playoff team with Russell Wilson, and Gino's got to find a way to a W to help the Seahawks when Russ gets back. They're a 2-4 team right now, or 2-5 team, or something like that. Things are not looking good for the Seattle Seahawks at all, and the Jags beating them would just put like a knife into their season. The Patriots at the Chargers. Chargers are supposed to be one of the best teams in the AFC. Chargers got beat down by the Ravens, then they had a bye week, and now they're coming to a team that just put 50 plus points on the Jets. Like, so should be a good game. Chargers should win, but this is the NFL, and any given Sunday, we're gonna see what happens. The Saints host the Bucks. The Saints beat the Bucks last year. They swept them in the normal season, just get eliminated by the Bucks in the playoffs, and the Bucks went on to obviously win the Super Bowl. Now, last week they played in Week 1. The Buccaneers did not have their Super Bowl roster at that time, and in Week 2, I believe it was a very close game, and the Saints also had Drew Brees and Michael Thomas. They have neither one of those players this week, and there's no reason that the Bucks don't win this game. It should be a very easy victory for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Last but not least, we have not even last, but totally not least. I don't know why I said that. That's the phrase that came to my head. Because this is a very least game. The Broncos are hosting the Washington football team. I don't know who's going to win here. I don't care who wins here. I mean, I'm a Giants fan, so I want Washington to always lose. And the Broncos beat us, so I guess we need them to win. Go Broncos, get it done. I hope that secondary owns Tyler Heineke, Taylor or Tyler. I don't know, but hopefully Heineke falls victim to that Denver defense. On Sunday night, we have the Minnesota Vikings hosting the Dallas Cowboys, and the Vikings were underdogs all week. Now they're the favorite, and that only tells me that Dak Prescott has a real chance of not playing in this game, which would be insane because if the Cowboys lose and then coming here to Monday night, the Giants can beat the Kansas City Chiefs, we're only 2 games back of the division. And it's a game where the refs G'd us out of the Washington win and where we were just a bad team and lost a game losing field goal back-to-back weeks to Atlanta. So if the Minnesota Vikings win, Cowboys will have 5 wins. And the Giants, if they beat the Chiefs, will have 3 wins, should have 5. I mean, this just changes the whole season if these 2 things happen for us New York Giants fans. So go Vikings, go Giants. This is me, Reality. Forever and always, I love everybody that loves me. If you guys like these videos, please support me. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment. Share it to your social medias. Tell your friends and families to follow and check me out. Peace.